Alright, what's going on, Carter? You can see my face. Actually, you can't see my face, but at least you can see my computer screen. And you can... What just happened there? Okay, wait, what I'm going to do is I'm going to search for terminal, because I don't know where I put it all the time. And I'm going to open up terminal, and there's my terminal. I'm going to plus. Make the screen bigger and bigger and bigger so you can see it very clearly. Now I'm gonna throw it all away. Alright, cool. What's going on, Carter? How's it going with you? Okay, so what I did now is I'm not gonna log into the SSH just now. I'm going to do a SSH dev. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do an ls. I'm going to look around inside of this thing and let's play around with some of these things. Cool? Alright, so let's see. Let's look for a text file somewhere. Let's go to CD desktop. What's inside of my desktop? Ooh, PDF files, all of that kind of stuff. I wonder what this will do. I wonder if I run a PDF, I wonder what that would do. So let's do a, can I cat the CEE? Whoa, what happened? I don't know what happened. Let's try this. Okay, alright, well, I don't think the computer liked that process. Alright, I want to find a text file. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go mkdir, and we'll call this test. And I'm going to ls that again, and look, I have a new file, new directory in there that's called ls, or test. And then what I'm going to do, actually, let me make this font size bigger, 16. By the way, it's just me today, so you don't get the comedic stylings of Sharon Hielke as well. Sorry, it's just Mr. Dalday. So I'm going to fumble around this thing as best as I can and see what we can do. Alright, so I created a new file called test on my computer. And then what I'm going to do is, why don't we touch that file? We'll call touch, let's see, shopping list .txt. So, let's recap what I did so far. In fact, actually what I can do is I can go over to my desktop. It's right here. Here's my desktop. There's test. I'm going to look inside of test. And there's nothing in it. And you know why there's nothing in it? I realize I know why. Because did I create a file called shopping list? Actually, can you figure out why there's nothing in it? Why is there nothing inside of that folder called test? Yes, because I created a shopping list on the desktop. In fact, if I thought to look inside there, I'm sure I would find it. So I'm going to go into test, see where I'm at. There's nothing inside of there. I'm inside of the desktop, inside of the test. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to touch my shopping list. There we go. Now I'm going to ls that. There's a shopping list inside of that directory. Let's double check. There's my shopping list .txt. Awesome. We cool with this? Yes, of course we're cool with this. This is nothing new that you've taught me, Mr. Dalday. It's just the same old, same old. All right. So what we're going to do is let's do we're going to do something where I'm going to go cd ... I'm going to go back to the desktop. I'm going to ls that. And what I want to do is I'm going to do ls. And I'm going to do this command right here, and I'm going to go touch we'll call this new or files on desktop .txt. I think that's the command. Let's try running it. All right, so what did I do, Carter? By the way, this was the command. What did I do? You put up a list and created a new file. Yes, and what is in that new file? So I pulled up a list and I created a new file. It's a text file. It's called Files on Desktop. Let's double click on that and we'll open it up and we'll see what it's all about. It says, oh, hey, it's the results from the LS. So what I did was I redirected that file into, I said, all right, I want you to take the output and instead of giving it to me as an output on the computer screen, I want you to output it into a file. So that's what I did. I'm going to throw this in there, by the way. Yeah, there we go, exactly. Does that make sense? What's going on, Corey? Can you hear my voice, Corey? Start chatting back with me. Awesome. Okay, so I just want to make sure, all we've done so far is we haven't done anything new. I'm just reviewing some other stuff because I'm going to start talking to you guys about some new concepts. And I think I'm going to show you guys some pretty cool stuff today, hopefully. I think that this will I think it will show you something pretty cool. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to where I'm at is I'm not in the SSH shell that we're usually in. I'm on my Mac desktop because I want to show you guys a new concept of something, and I don't have enough. Actually, you know what? I can go inside of our thing. Let's do the SSH thing. So let me jump inside of. You know, I think I'm gonna stick with doing this one because.
So you guys are gonna work on your desk on Monday, Tuesday, if Monday comes in.
We're gonna work on what?
Your science list, your order list. Because I've been trying not to mention it.
Okay. I think. Okay, 1 second, you guys.
Oh, she won't come in, will she?
1 second. All right, so check this out. What I'm going to do is I'm working off my desktop, and I am just kind of showing you guys a little bit around. I'm going to CD into my desktop right here. So I got CD desktop. I'm going to LS, and those are all the files that are on my desktop. And some of them are text files, some of them are further directories, and we're cool with this, right? Like, this isn't that bad. So what I did was I taught you guys before, or we taught you last time how to do the redirects, right? And so what I want to do is I'm going to say ls, and I'm going to make a greater than sign, and I'm going to make a new file called, I don't know, this is called list of desktop.txt. So what it's going to do is it's going to take the output of the ls, because if I did just a regular ls command, it would, oh wait, ls, it would give me all of this stuff. It would give me all of this text that you see from here. I'm just busy today. Hello? Hey, I'm going to be in class till 2:45. Can I call you after that? Okay. Alright, so what what I need to do is I'm going to take this ls and I'm going to redirect that into a text file. So I'm going to say ls greater than sign list of desktop files.txt, and it's going to create a new file for me. So if I go to my desktop, I'll find a list of desktop files.txt. Oh wait, it doesn't know what .tx is. For some reason I ran a different, oh no, here it is. I accidentally ran the one with the wrong typo in it. So it knows what a TXT file is, and it opens it up, and there we go. So that is the results of a list put inside of there. We cool with that? So what I'm trying to get at here is this idea of this redirect. It takes this input. It takes the input that I put from the computer, and if I just press enter on that LS, it will output it to the computer screen. And by default, everything outputs to a computer screen, right? But what I want it to do is I can say, instead of outputting to the computer, like what I did with the redirect is I said, I want you to take what you would have normally outputted to the computer screen, which is all of this, it's all of this right here. And what you would have normally outputted to the computer screen, I want you to do something else with it. I don't want you to use the standard output, I want you to use a special output. The output being called, create a file called listofdesktop.txt and put it there. Is this making sense to you? So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to show the computer what to do with this thing. There's this thing called standard input, standard output. The standard output is your computer screen. The standard input is your keyboard. But you can switch those things up. I could have it do the standard input was my computer screen, and I said LS. But instead of saying the output, I want you to take that output and I want you to do something else with it. Not just show me on my desktop. By default, it will show me on my desktop, but or it will show me on the computer screen. But that's not what I want you to do. I want you to send it to a printer. I want you to take it and create a new file with it. All of that kind of stuff. Are we cool? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make a new file because I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to make a new file called, so I'm going to touch a file called, let's call them shopping list. No, not shopping list. House care list.txt. Okay? Now, we're going to go back to our analogies. Actually, you know what? Let me remove house care list. What I want to do is there's one command I need to show you guys before, and I kind of got ahead of myself, but the command I want to show you guys is this one. It's a very simple one. In fact, I don't know if I'm even going to tell you what it does. I'm just going to do it for you. Let's see, sort. No. Oh, cool. Figured it out. Sorry, I typed it in wrong. All right, here was the command I used. I used ls bar sort dash r. And look at what it did, and then you tell me what the command was. What is it that I'm trying to teach you here? It's a reverse process here. So, I mean, look at the output. Right here. Do you guys see what's going on? Do you guys understand what's going on here? Did it sort your files for you? Yes, it did. It did. It did sort my files for you. Because look, if I did an ls, it gave me those same files, but it put it in alphabetical order. So it automatically sorts it in alpha order for you, right? But what I told it is I said, okay, I want to ls this thing, okay? I want you to list that same list. There we go. But I want you to take that output and I want you to sort it. Now, if I just put that, it would just give it to me, you know, in regular stuff. So I added a special flavor of that command and I said, I want you to do a -r, which basically tells me to reverse alphabetical order that thing. So now you can see that, let's see, where's the, Oh, here we go. Now you can see it started off with U, and it goes T, S, P, G, D, C, A, 0, parentheses. So it reversed alphabetical order of that thing. So that would be a way of using my pipe to help with my, thing. Does that make sense? All right, cool. So the sort command is a pretty simple one, and to be honest with you, and this is, I didn't show you. I don't think I showed you how to use this, but actually, I think I did. There's different flavors of the sort, just like there's different flavors of the ls. And if I don't remember the commands, what I often do is I consult the man. Oh no, is it man ls? There we go. So I say, man, tell me what ls does. And what I could do is I could add all of these extra pieces of the command. Like often I show you guys the lowercase l, which is this thing right here. Wait, how do I get out of this thing? I forgot. Space, 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 space. What was it, Q? Oh, anyway. The man is basically your manual. So what I told you is you can do ls and a -l, and what that gives you is not just a listing of all the stuff, because there's all the files on my computer that we're often looking at. But not only that, but it tells me the extra capabilities, like is it a read, write, execute, all of that kind of stuff. Is that cool? So whenever you're confused or you need help, consult the man. Just type in man sort. And it will tell you all of the different sort flavors you can do. You can sort it in reverse order. You can sort it in alpha order. You can sort it by the time it was created. You can sort all of these different kinds of things. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to, you know what? Why don't we go into that test thing? Let's, wait, ls cd desktop, ls. All right, I want to go into that test folder that I had, cd test. All right, so let's see. What files are on top of my thing? There's the shopping list, there's the list of desktop, there's the files on desktop, and they're all text files. Cool? So let's create a new list, and I'm going to call it, I'm going to touch, and this will be my, what did I call it? I call it the house chores list. Instructions.txt. Alright, so now I'm going to look, and I have a housechores.txt. Actually, you know what? RM house chores. Actually, I'm going to call it touch house chores dot or instructions .sh. Alright, so I have a new type of file called sh, and I don't actually, to be honest with you, I actually just learned this today, so I don't know 100% exactly what sh is, but bear with me for just a second, okay? So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to nano the housechores.sh, and I'm inside of that file called housechores.sh, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to try something new. I'm going to actually just type in some instructions, okay? So I've got ls-al, and that's all the instructions I want to give it. So what I'm doing is I'm going to start teaching you guys programming. And what we're doing here is, okay, wait, here, how's about this? ls caret new list.txt. All right, tell me, what is this going to do? If I were to save that as a command, what is it going to do? Carter or Corey, what is this command going to do? It's going to bring up a list and put that into a new text file called newlist.txt. But this is written inside of a file. Okay? So let me, do I want to save? Yes. All right. Now I want to, okay. So let me cat house chores. And what is cat going to do? Cat's going to look at that. All right, so that's what's in house chores instructions.sh. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. Oh no. Bashed. That's a directory. Okay, let me try something. Nano. Let's just do ls -l. So this is just going to give me a list of the things. Yes, enter. So I'm going to do /arg. I'm in the directory. All right, I might actually call up Derek to bail me out. Okay, wait. Let me try teaching you guys some stuff. All right, cool. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to teach you guys about programming, and what the way I kind of think of programming is you've created your house, right? Now let's just talk back and forth here because I'm getting nervous. You've created your house, and you created rooms inside of your house. I've taught you how to navigate that house. I've taught you how to do things inside of that house. I've even taught you how to make files in that house. Okay? Now, the way I see programming is it's kind of like, imagine if you're going on a long trip. And when you go on a long trip, you hire someone or you call over a friend and say, hey, can you house sit my house? Can you look over my house? Can you live there for a little bit so that so that way no one breaks into my house or whatever. And so what you do is you leave this list of instructions that the computer can do, or that the person does. And so you can leave that list of instructions, and then you can tell the person, okay, do these instructions. Every day I want you to wash the windows. Like for some reason, my windows are very important to have washed. So you have this, list of instructions, and you can even go into it like, all right, I want you to wash the windows, and then after that, I want you to feed the dog, and then after that, I want you to do this and that, and then clean the toilet every day. You know what I mean? Or whenever I run that command or whatever. And so that's what it is. That's what these programs are. Now, let me try teaching you guys a little bit about programming, and then I'm going to probably jump over to something else because what we're going to be learning is this thing called Python programming. To be honest with you, I know nothing about this SH thing, so I'm going to go back to what I've remember learning once before. And so let's just go back to cd ... I'm going to go to SSH. Let's see, I typed in a whole lot of commands. I'm going to go to SSH something. There we go. What was my password again? It was... There we go. Alright, where am I? Oh, good. Whew! I'm in a place that I'm familiar with. I am inside of the server, I'm inside of my desktop, or not inside of the server, and I'm inside of my house. So I have these funny files over here called py. Got it? And you know what? Let's cat some of these and see what they're all about. Okay, all right. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new file. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you guys about Python programming, but what I want to show you is how to run a Python program from the terminal. Python is a scripting language that is loaded onto our server somewhere. And I think I feel like it's a really easy, nice scripting language, or programming language to learn. And so all you do with Python is, I mean, when you program it, it's very, very straightforward. And I'm going to show you guys the thing I want you to play around with to learn Python. But first I need to show you how to make a Python file that will do something. Let me cat the test. Done. All right. Okay. Oh, cool. Huh. Okay. 1 second. I need to call up Derek because I'm having trouble with this thing real quick.
Hey, Tosh.
What's going on, dude? I've got a problem. I thought it was me, but I think that it's not working for a lot of things. I'm putting the // and then my program, but
Okay.
the error that I'm getting back is -bash, and then a // is not a directory.
What?
Yeah, and I put the // command before my thing. I'm having trouble running these programs though.
Okay, I'll come take a look.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in class right now.
I'll be up there in a minute.
All right, cool. Thanks.
All right.
All right. I apologize, you guys. I'm not completely incompetent. I actually thought that this would work, and I'm frustrated that it doesn't work right now. You guys hanging in there? You guys still paying attention? You guys at this point just were like, this guy's an idiot. I'm not going to listen to him at all. I think that was my insecurities showing. Please reaffirm me. All right. Anyway, let me show you how to create a file first, and then apparently I'm having trouble running it. So I'm going to show you, or when Mr. Lord gets up here, we'll show you how to run it. So here's what I want to do. I'm going to do a new file, and we'll call this bob.py, or let's call this carter.py. So we're going to touch carter.py, Carter's list.py. Oh no, touch Carter's list.py. Alright, see, I got a new thing called Carter's list, and it's right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to nano, or cat that. Now I'm going to nano that. And, gosh, I forgot what the commands were. Hold on 1 second. Control X. And it was, let's cat hair. Okay, wait. It was number sign, USR, bin, PYTH. Okay. Alright, so what I'm going to do is let me go nano Carter's list again. Alright, there's this funky command up here at the top, and you guys can just copy and paste this for now. But it goes like dollar, or number sign, exclamation point, USR, /bin/python. And all this is doing is that first line tells terminal that what we're going to use is Python. We're going to be using Python to run this program. This program that we're writing is in Python. Now, Python programming is very easy. All you got to do is you just run lines. Like, for example, I'm going to say something like A equals 4. So I just define for the computer that A equals 4. Now, the computer doesn't know what it wants to do with it. It's going to say, okay, fine, A equals 4. And so I say, computer, remember that A equals 4 from now on, or at least for this program. And then so I'm going to run it, and I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to enter, and I'm going to run that. And if I try, actually, you know what, I can't run this thing. So let's try figuring out how to run this thing first. Derek, Mr. Lord is here so he can help us out. When I do a dots, all right, so let me, I've got a hair.py.
ls.al here. ls, so I can see the permissions.
-al.
Here.py. Okay,
It's executed both.
Do
All right,
it.
let me cat the hair. It's a very simple one. It's saying it's running Python x equals 5.
Print.
Show me what x equals.
Okay, do
/
python-v
Python
-v space that 2.7. And you're just trying to run it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, you put the stuff in there, but what was it called again? Hair-py?
hair.py.
See what the error is. Oh, it runs.
What? No. Seriously? Oh, you know what? I put a space.
Oh, it doesn't exist, so it won't run.
Ah, that's arg. I was so close to actually being cool because I actually created a .sh file, which I have no idea what a .sh file, but I was like, I'm going to program this using
SH is just a
script.
But you don't even need to add the SH.
Really?
It's just there to tell people what it is. You can make your Python files don't need to have .py at the end. You just put them on there so people know what it is without opening it up.
Yeah. It's more of a.
It's a convention and more so than a requirement.
All right. Sorry. Thank
you.
you.
Be sorry.
It's just a spacebar issue. Ugh. Your shoes untied.
I know.
Alright. I like it that way. Alright. Okay, so hey, check this out. I got a ./hair.py. And the answer that it gave me was 5. Let me try /Carter's list and see what Carter's list should be on there. ls. Okay. Oh, I see. Hold on, let me see. ls al. You know what I realized is Carter's list is only rewrite, but it's not executable. So I can't execute. I can't run Carter's list as an executable file. So what I need to do is, do you guys remember what I need to do to add to that? Thank you. There we go, chmod. And I could put a bunch of numbers, but I'm just going to put a +x, Carter's list. What +x is basically say add execute to that. So let me ls-al this thing. And now on Carter's list, notice how it turned green. And it has an execute function added to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run Carter's list. Now, wait, why does it end like that? No such file, no such directory. Cat air. Oh, see, I spelled URS instead of USR. Nano Carter's list. USR. Alright, so dot slash Carter's list. Okay, good. Awesome. It did something. Actually, it didn't do anything. But it did something. At least it didn't give me an error. That's what I'm happy about. Okay, so here's what happened, okay? So let's look at Carter's list. So all we did was we told the program that A equals 4. And so the program said, yeah, so what? I don't care. A equals 4. Whoop-de-doo. We need to kind of tell it after that. We need to say, okay, well, what do we want to do with that? So then we can say, okay, fine. A equals 4. Let me nano Carter's list. And what I want you to do is, after you tell me A equals 4, I want you to print what A equals. That's the command in Python. It's called print. And it basically says print out all of these variables. So now, if I exit that, save it, say yes. If I dot slash that, what it's going to do is it's going to say, hey computer, A equals 4, and not only do I want you to know that A equals 4, I want you to print it out for me on my standard display. So the computer will say, okay, 4. What to do? In fact, actually, you know what? Let me try doing something new. And I've messed up so much in this lecture that I don't mind just trying something new. All right, let's go touch new.sh. I'm gonna nano new.sh. I'm going to just do an ls al pipe it to more. I'm gonna control X, Y, enter. Now I'm going to oh no, chmod new.sh. chmod plus X new.sh. Now I'm going to dot slash. There we go. Did you see that? Did you see what happened? Say no, because I was just doing it really quickly. Or say yes, it's up to you. Or if you guys aren't even paying attention at this point. Come on, talk to me. What I did was I made a program. I'll show you what that program is called, or what it says. That program simply is a text file. Instead of labeling it .txt, I made one called ls-al, and all this is saying is I want you to list everything, and I want you to give it to me in the AL flavor. So long list, all. Okay. Actually, if that's not something that you guys are comfortable with, then let's do this. Let's do nano new. And actually, to be honest with you, I have no idea what the more is. Let's just do ls grep row, the word row. Yeah, let's just do ls grep row. I think that will work. ls grep row. ls grep row. Oh, okay. All right. Let me just change something real quick, and I'll show you what I'm doing because I think I've got a better handle on it now. Let me nano new.sh ls grep lowercase row. There we go. Control X, Y, enter. Okay. So check this out. I can type from here. I can ls this, right? I can look at all of my. I can list all of the files that are inside of my directory. What I can do now is I can also ls, and I'm going to take all of that, and I want to grep the word row, because I have 3 files in there that have the word row in it. See? Row reduce.py, row reduce.py.save. If I do that, it will show me all of those files that will do that. Okay? Now say that I don't want to type this command every time, ls grep row. What I would rather it do is I'd rather just, write a program. So I wrote a program called new.sh, and I just told it the program is ls grep row. Okay? I had to make sure that that program, new.sh, is executable. So if you look here, you can see that that program new.sh is executable because I did that chmod thing. But let me show you what I can do with new.sh. What does it do? Well, what it does is it runs the commands that I gave it in its program. All I have in there, new.sh, is ls grep row. But the new.sh is it's running that, and so it spits out the same exact thing as if I were to type in that command. Is that cool or what? Do you understand what's going on? All right, now what we can do is we can do some really powerful stuff with Python. Like, for example, I have a Python file that I created. Let me just see what it looks like. Alright, I have a Python file that I created. I'll take a look into it. Nano, backup. Alright. So I have that first command over here, the usr bin python. And anytime you have a $sign in Python besides that first command, or not the number sign inside Python, it's kind of like writing a comment. So all of that is a comment. So this is what the lines look like, and it looks pretty crazy. But what it does is it creates the way I wrote this is it creates a backup of the files that are in my home directory. So every time I run it, it will run a backup of all those files. So this is what I had to do to write that thing. Cool? And notice the word print. So it says backup failed, backup complete. So I'm telling the computer, say, okay, if this happens and this happens, then write these backup failed, backup complete. Let me run that for you. So I ran it, and then it spat out this thing right here. So let me ls that. Let me ls the directory I'm in. It created, where did it create it though? Oh. But where did it put it? Alright. What it's doing is it's creating a new file. And I told it to give me the date, the month, the day, and the exact time that it created that file. However, I don't know why it's putting it someplace that I don't know where it is. Anyway, apparently I gotta learn this stuff a little bit better. Can I show you guys one last thing? Because this is what I kind of want you guys to jump onto. So I want you guys to know how to do Python. I'm going to show you one last thing. I'm going to close this thing. I'm going to go to this place called Code Academy. Because this is what I'm going to use to teach you guys Python. I want you to go to Code Academy. I want you to log in here, and I want you to kind of self-pace your way through learning Python. Let's log in. We're using this thing called Code Academy. And what was my old? Awesome. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to Code Academy, you're going to create a new account, And it's going to ask you, well, what kind of skills do you want to learn? And so I want you to click on Python. And it's going to go through a bunch of different tutorials of how to do these things. So you self-pace your way through this thing. I feel like they have a really good curriculum on this thing. So what you do is in the browser, and I know this will work on your it will work on your Chromebooks, but this is kind of introducing you to the concepts behind Python. For example, so what it's going to do is it's actually going to open a window in your browser, and you can actually program straight from your browser. And you can say, all right, I want you to print the words welcome Python. So you submit and save. And remember how I said with Python, you have to tell it what you want it to print out to the computer. So you print it, and it says, welcome to Python. Cool. Start next lesson. Write your code below. So I'm going to set up a variable that is called spam equals 5. But it's going to say, well, fine, spam equals 5. Actually, I didn't create exactly what they wanted. They wanted you to do, so you read the text over here, this is the information, but then they say, okay, the instructions is, write a variable called my underscore variable, and have it equal 10. There we go, I passed that one. So then it says, all right, well, so it goes through and teaches you all about how to do Python. And I feel like Code Academy is really good. I've used it before. But that's what I wanted to throw you guys over. So over the weekend, what I'd like for you to do is create a Code Academy account and start working your way through the lessons. Get through as many as you can by Wednesday next week. Sound good? Because what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to program, and we're going to learn how to program using a programming language called Python, but we're going to execute it in Terminal. And hopefully it will go a lot better than the way I was doing it, because I added a space bar when there wasn't supposed to be a space bar, and I feel so dumb doing that. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. I had a fun time. It was good to talk to you. Thank you, Corey, for showing up, and Carter. I hope you guys learned something new. Talk to you later. Goodbye.